Chloe, and welcome to Generation for the school year. Now, if you could, for just a second, think way back when to your kindergarten days. So if you think hard enough, you might remember coming to our different locations such as Brookstone, Oddfellows, Copper Creek, or even Palm Terrace, where you got to read some stories and make some beautiful crafts with some of our friends who live there. Sadly, unlike those years, things are going to look a little bit different for our program. Instead of being there with our friends, we are right here at your screens, but that's okay because we are still together and we are still going to have a lot of fun, and I'm so thankful for that. So to kick off our year, I'm going to ask you one question and I need you to tell me the answer. Are you ready? What is one thing that everybody in the world has? Now don't think too hard, friends, because it is actually your name. Believe it or not, everybody has a name. How amazing is that? So another cool thing about names is that even though some of us might share the same names, each of our names has a different story behind it. For example, my name is Chloe, and I was named after a character from a TV show. Her name was Chloe Morgan, a very classy lady, I might add. But my friend's name was Chloe. Now she was named Chloe because Chloe in Greek means blooming like a flower. How awesome is that we all have different names with different stories. Do you know where your name comes from? If you don't, ask your parents, your grandparents, aunts, uncles, or whoever you live with tonight to find out the cool story behind your name. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. So now I don't know about you, but I love my name. I think it is so cool that we all have names that tells each other who we are and even what we do. Today in our story, Mrs. Lee is going to read about a little girl who loves her name. While we are reading, pay close attention to how she feels throughout the story when her friends don't call her by her name.
Hello, boys and girls. My goodness, you're third graders. That's hard to believe. I don't know if you remember me, but if you went through Farm to Table in first grade a long time ago, you may remember me as the Farm to Table lady. But I do have a name. You may know me as Mrs. Lee. But today we're going to talk about names. And if we were together today, I would be looking at each of your names so I would know what to call you. Today's story is a really great story. It is called My Name is Elizabeth. And we always like to tell who the author was. It is Annika Dunkley, and the person who drew the amazing pictures is Matthew Forsythe. So let's get started with the story of My Name is Elizabeth. Hello, my name is Elizabeth. I really like my name. I like that it has 9 letters in it. I like all the neat things my mouth does when I say it. Elizabeth, Elizabeth, Elizabeth. I also like there is a queen that was named after me. But you know what I don't like? I don't like it when people call me names other than Elizabeth. Oh, come give your granddad a hug, Lizzie. Oh. Yo, Liz, what's up? It's Elizabeth. Hi, Bear. My name is Elizabeth. Not even close. My name is Elizabeth Alfreda Roxanne Carmelita Bluebell Jones. do believe everybody heard her. The next day, but you may call me Elizabeth. Whoa. Good morning, Elizabeth. Hi, Miss Evelyn. Here's your pumpkin for your family, Elizabeth. Oh, thank you, Mr. Lee.
Hey, Elizabeth!
Hiya, Billy. Now, how's about that hug, Elizabeth? Well, you bet, Granddad. Elizabeth! It's close enough. The end. I hope you enjoyed that story. And we all have little stories. I have a little story about my name. My name is Cheryl. And a long time ago when I was growing up, I thought I was named after my mom, whose name is Shirley. Shirley Cheryl. So I asked her about it one day. And she said, oh no, my goodness, you were named after a show on TV. Whoa, a show on TV? Yes, it was called the Cheryl Ann, and it was about a tugboat that went up and down the Niagara River and rescued people every single week. Whoa, that's pretty cool. I was named after a boat that rescued people. It would have been cool to be named after my mom, Shirley, because she's pretty cool. But it was even cooler to find out that I was named after a boat. So I'm going to ask you to find out about your name and find out what's special about it. Thank you for your time and have a great day.
Take a second and think about how our friend Elizabeth felt when her family and her friends didn't call her by her name. Do you think she was happy? Do you think it made her feel good? No? What about sad? So Elizabeth felt sad and almost angry at times when her friends and her family did not use her full name. Have you ever had someone call you by a name that you didn't like? I know I have. Is it a good feeling? Not at all. Our names are so great because they tell us who we are and they each have their own unique story. You each have a name that is so important, and when we use our names and each other's names in the right way, we feel happy and safe with each other. Now before I go, I have a huge challenge for you, and it is so important. Are you ready? So here at Fit to Serve, we have a friend and her name is Miss Joyce. Now Miss Joyce lives at Brookstone South, and she is so important to us here as we used to work with her closely. Just like you, Miss Joyce and her friends at Brookstone would love to hear from you. During Generation to Generation, we get together to do crafts and activities with our friends to brighten their days. So here are some of our friends telling us why it is so important to them to see and hear from you.
I love seeing them, and it just makes my day. That night when I go, like tonight, I'll go home and lay in my bed and think about the children I work with today. A young lady named Brooks. And she brought this to me already made. Look what an artist she is.
Oh man, I love it. Makes me feel good. I could add more grandkids to my 4-year-old.
They mean a lot to me. I am mighty proud to have them back here again. These are my kids.
Our friends at all of our locations love hearing from you guys so much. So your challenge this month is to take some time to write a letter to Miss Joyce and her friends at Brookstone. In your letter, you are going to tell Miss Joyce about your name. You can explain to her why you think it's important, and you can even explain to her where your name comes from. As you write and decorate your letter, you are going to address it to go to, are you ready? Miss Joyce at 2008 South 9th Street in Mattoon, Illinois. Miss Joyce and her friends cannot wait to read all about your super cool names and stories and why you think they're important. So today we talked about how important your names are and how important they are to use in the right ways. Guys, I cannot wait to hear all about the super awesome letters that I know you will write and send. I know Miss Joyce is super excited to hear all about everything we talked about today. So until next time, have a wonderful week.